Hi, comic book fans, and welcome to another SuddenlyComics.com video. It's a Monday night, it's the price variance, and we're doing something slightly different this week. Instead of looking at the hottest comics of the week, we are looking at the hottest comics of the year, not just Silver Age either, across all ages of comics. We looked at 10 to 6 on Allan's channel, some great comics, and we're looking at the top 5 hottest comic sales of the past year. And Allan, are you excited to have a look at this list? I think you probably know most of these. Oh, you've gone sideways. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Somebody's trying to call me.
Right. So we're going to have a look at the first one, and it is showcase number 4, the comic that started the Silver Age. There we go. So it's the first appearance of the Silver Age Flash, Barry Allen.
Oh wow. So yeah, I mean this is a really hard book to find in any grade. And to see it in a 9.6 is yeah, just crazy.
And it's Carmine Infantino and Joe Kubert. It's our second DC book on the list.
And one of many Silver Age books. I'm actually surprised how dominated this list is by Silver Age.
It is quite Silver Age dominated, apart from we get to the top couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is only just Silver Age. I think this is the comic that starts the Silver Age, isn't it?
Well, yeah. A lot of people define this as the book that started the Silver Age. So definitely a major book. Yeah, so much going for it. It has that huge Comic Code Authority stamp on it too. Just really
yeah, well, that's right. It's only just started.
Yeah.
So they need to show it off. $900,000 for a showcase number 4. Do you think that's a good price, Allan?
Seems like a good price. Again, I think a lot of these ones they thought might become the next $1 million book.
Yeah, close.
A lot of these ones where they're hovering around that price, they're like, oh, will it crack $1 million? Like there is sort of a millionaire club.
It is.
For
It's
comics.
It's another one of one, Allan.
Oh yeah, and it's the top graded too. So
That's what I mean. It's the top grade, and it's one of what? Oh.
Wow, this is a big sale.
Oh, now this hadn't started. There's only one of these, and it last sold in 2009. So somebody bought this in 2009 for $179,000.
Wow, they did
And
well.
over the intervening 15 years, it added in value by $730,000. That was a good investment.
Yeah, so I mean that's what this is really just establishing the new price for it.
Yeah.
That's all this is, really.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. This is such a great book. What can I say?
I think this is another one where if you wait a couple of years for the market to strengthen, put this back on and this will be $1 million book.
Yeah, I would say so too. These aren't quite fire sales, but they are low sales for these books.
Yeah.
But definitely, well, it's a new record, but it could have been even bigger. I think people get excited to see these books too. I mean, in this case, maybe tempered excitement because
what's the census on this, Allan? 610, so it's quite a lot lower than some of the ones we've been looking at.
Yeah, I mean, this is, as I said, it's a hard book to find in any grade.
Yeah.
I think there's more than 610 Flash fans, so
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, in position 4, it's the pesky arachnid.
And this is an interesting one because this is like, again, top of the census pedigree, though. That's that extra layer of awesomeness to this book. This is a massive sale. So this is like putting this book into the $1 million club. What was the pedigree? The Marvel pedigree. Oh no, okay, the Eureka. Okay.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me either. It's probably one of the, it's probably a Silver Age pedigree or something.
Yeah.
So white pager as well, by the way.
Oh, white pages. How'd you get a white 9.8 white pages from 1963? Why isn't the cellulose degrading?
Yeah, and actually these early Marvels had real paper quality issues.
Yeah. Look, there's no Marvel chipping.
No Marvel chip, and this thing is perfect.
Amazing. It's an amazing, amazing Spider-Man. Right.
Amazing, amazing Spider-Man.
I wouldn't mind that. If you give me this one, Alan, I won't complain.
Okay, cool. Maybe for your birthday, just wait a few birthdays.
Okay. Right. Uh, my keys are worn out from typing in Amazing Spider-Man.
Should almost auto-complete based
It
on.
should really, it should actually. Well, it's got to be a record, hasn't it?
I think so. I think this is like, another one of these establishment sales where it's like there hasn't been a sale for a while, and now we're getting that big sale. A lot of these books, you at these kind of high
It's
grades,
never
you just don't
sold.
see.
It's never sold
Yeah,
before.
yeah. You just don't see these books. These are the books that are hidden in people's vaults. They right next to the Mona Lisa, they'll have like an Amazing Spider-Man 1, like in 9/8. Um,
Okay. So that's in fourth position, Alan, if you want to believe that or not. In third position, we are
mhm.
back to
This is a book I really like.
yeah.
And this was an important sale. Because this, I believe, was the book that made All-Star 8 join the million dollar
It
club.
certainly did. It went for over 1 million, yes. And this
And
is
it's
a
it's
DC
it's not
comic.
a yeah, it's not a pedigree, but it's
It's got a
like
funny thing on it.
yeah, it's like from the collection of somebody.
Pristine Wartime
Yeah,
Comic Fund comics,
yeah,
whatever that means.
yeah. It's a collection, somebody's collection. But yeah, this one is beautiful. Um, the interesting thing about these ones, actually, they generally do quite well in terms of not necessarily there's lots of super high grade ones, but the cover stock for these books was quite solid. Like I actually handled my All-Star 8 before I got it encapsulated,
Yeah.
and I was surprised how thick the cover stock was.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Well, it's a great cover. I do like this cover. Who's
yeah,
it?
it is a cool cover.
Who's it by? I love the Spectre here.
Hmm.
It's by Everett E. Hibbard.
He did a lot of early DC covers, a lot
Mhm.
of really great ones actually. Yeah,
So we've got Spectre, the Sand. Is that the Sandman?
yeah, Sandman in the back, and then we got
Hawkman. Is this
Doctor Fate.
Doctor Fate? Who's this?
I'm not sure. The
Is it Our Man?
Is it Johnny Thunder?
It might be. I'm sure somebody will tell us. Oh,
I
hang on
think
a
it's
minute. Hawkman the Atom, Doctor Fate, the Spectre, the Sandman, Johnny Thunder. You're right. I'm
Johnny
fairly
Thunder.
sure that.
Yeah,
I don't think that's Doctor Midnight or Starman. So,
yeah. No, Doctor Midnight is in the little globy thing, and Starman's next to him.
right. So that's definitely Johnny Thunder then.
Hmm.
Very
Yeah,
nice. So that went for $1.5 million
yeah. Very important sale.
in January.
I think this is the highest graded copy
I'm
too.
sure it
This
is.
book,
All Star Comics.
number 8. First appearance of Wonder Woman.
That's why you've got it, isn't it?
Hmm. It was the first big book that I bought, actually. Um, just happened that my local comic dealer had it, which I
Had
was
one.
like, oh.
Well, that was lucky because there's only 211 of them. Oh, yours was raw though when you bought it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was raw when I bought it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Origin and
So,
first appearance of Wonder Woman. What a great comic.
and this is the highest grade.
It is. It's what it's. There's three. There's one of them again. It's one of one. A lot of one of one sales. Oh, it's actually down a bit.
What was the price before?
1.7.
Oh wow. So it
Some
actually a little
lost
bit down.
200,000 on that.
In a way, this does show where the potential could have been if it was a better market.
Now that was a COVID sale. So the 1.7
Yeah.
was a COVID sale. And for some reason, the person who bought it in COVID decided to sell it 2 years
And then
later.
lost $200,000
Why would
due.
you do that? You must have needed the money.
Yeah. That sucks though. You pull it out and yeah. Oh well. I mean, Wonder Woman books actually haven't been performing that well. Um During COVID, there was all the spec related to the Wonder Woman movie. And now that that spec is kind of gone, the books haven't really performed as well.
Okay.
I mean, this is still a big sale. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
I think this sale would have been like down like this regardless of the spec anyways, because of just the market
Yeah,
being
it's
a
the
little bit
COVID. Well, I
soft.
think that people see that as a COVID price because that was
Well,
up
I don't even think it's a
significantly.
COVID price. I think that this book, if the market was stronger, this would have been probably closer to the 2 million mark.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's just weak market overall. So
Okay. In position number two, Alan.
okay, that was a good book. I like that one. Oh, this is like a sort of almost an obvious one. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yes.
I actually think this one was down too, believe it or not.
Oh, see
Because
in a minute.
this book is a really interesting one. You think, oh, 7.0, that's not that great of a grade, right? Everything we've been seeing is 9.6s or 9.2s
Yeah,
or
they weren't.
whatever.
They weren't from 1939 though. Those last few. Oh, I know.
Yeah, this one is actually, I believe, the highest graded copy.
Right. Okay. Let me have a
So
look.
Superman 1 is one of those weird books that you do not find in high grade. You do not find it. This is high grade for this book. This is,
Well,
I
it
think,
was the
believe
first
top of the
superhero book, so
census.
people didn't know what superhero was when it came out.
Well, I mean, Action Comics had been established by that point. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
this
true.
was
Yes, you're right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
so Superman 1 is interesting because it's the first comic devoted to a single character.
It's not the highest graded. There is 1.80, and 1.85.
Okay, so but you can see why. Well, it's the third highest grade, but as I said, there's just not that many. You don't see the nines in this
Oh, and
book.
it's
It's just
down, Alan.
yeah. I thought it was down. I knew that it was down because Superman 1 hadn't been performing that well. There was
Again,
one
it's
sale
it's
where
down on it's down on a COVID price.
yeah, there was one really massive sale for higher. Maybe must have been the higher grade, where it was down $1 million. Like somebody took a bath on it. Like literally within a few months, it had gone down $1 million. It was brutal.
Yeah, yeah. That is
So
ooh,
how much down was it? What was the peak?
2.6 down to 2.3. So somebody down $300,000
Yeah,
in 2.5 years.
yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Just a bad market. I mean, it's just you got to pick. Like these are the books that I wouldn't recommend selling right now.
No, I wouldn't.
Good time to
I can
buy.
only imagine people selling these because they need the money.
Oh yeah. I mean, the fact that you can pull out $2 million out of a comic is, even though and you're still losing money somehow, is pretty amazing. Um,
Right. And in the top spot by miles.
mhm. And you would expect this book. This is kind of like the book. Um, and how
April the
much?
4th this year, this comic here, Action Comics #1, sold for $6 million.
Now, this is not just a record for this book. This is a record for all comic
Yeah,
books.
it is.
This is the biggest sale ever for
Yeah,
comics.
yeah.
Before this, it was I think there was a $5 million sale. Before that, there was a $3 million sale. So in the last 2, 3 years, there's been new record, new record, new record set. And this one really sets this book as being the king of comics.
Yeah. So you got first appearance of Superman, first appearance of Lois Lane, and the
Hmm.
first appearance of Zatara, who is Zatanna's father.
Father, yep,
Joe
lots of great.
Shuster cover and art. Great cover.
Yeah, just a very iconic cover. I mean, it is the quintessential superhero cover.
So clever.
You know, one thing and this is just a thing I always thought this, and it's kind of a funny thing. It always looks like he's smashing the car into the cliff.
Yeah.
He's like you think of him saving the people, but actually it looks like he's actually smashing the car into the cliff.
Isn't he doing something with bank robbers though? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying.
Right. Well, we know this is a record. Action Comics 1. What's the census on Action Comics 1, Alan?
It's around 200, something like that. Maybe less actually, but I think it's higher than you would expect. It's like around 1 to 200, I think.
81.
Oh, okay, I was wrong. I was way off. Um, I thought it was higher though. I thought it was like a bit higher than you would expect, but 81, that's reasonable.
What was that one? An 85. It's not the highest graded.
Oh, interesting. There is one that's higher.
Yeah,
So I mean, imagine if
they
that
haven't
higher
put this
grade one.
6 million sale on Heritage for some reason. Why have they not put the 6 million sale on Heritage?
So what was the last sale?
This
What's
one
this?
here for an 8.5, two and a half million in 2018. So it's
Oh
doubled,
wow.
but it is a pedigree.
Yeah.
Why have they got this with a stick? They've got it here with a little exclamation mark around it, and the six
Okay, so
million
I'll explain that actually. I do so they do show the sale, but they just don't put it
put in
on the
on the
thing.
graph. Yeah,
When there's a sale that is what's considered an outlier sale,
right,
where it sells for magnitudes greater than it had sold for in the past,
right.
then it gets that little denotation.
Oh, okay.
So that's what this is. But really, it hadn't sold since 2018.
No,
So it might
6 years.
look like an outlier sale, but it probably has gone up that much in that time period, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. I mean, it is a pedigree, so that will have added something to it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much do you reckon
So,
the 9.8s will go for, Alan?
oh, geez.
Not the 9.8s.
Usually it's
The what?
double.
Let's go back to the. It's not a
I
9.8.
think it's a
The
nine.
top
It's a
grade
nine
is a
six,
9.0.
9.0. So probably double is typically what you would expect. There's a doubling effect
Yeah.
for each
So the
higher grade.
9.0 sold for 3 million 10 years ago.
Yeah. See how I'm saying? Like there's usually a doubling effect at those high grades, right? So this would be a $12 million book in a 9.8
So
or
somebody who
nine
bought
or
this
9.0,
10
I should
years
say.
ago at 3 million is going to have made $9 million, you think?
Maybe that'd be insane, but yeah. I wouldn't sell it right now, but
No, no, no.
but definitely it's gonna go for a lot. It'd be over 10 million easily.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah. So that was a good list.
That was a good list.
Did you have all the books on the list?
I think I've got one of them in. I've got the Brave and the Bold 28, but it's not. It's not in that great.
I think I had like four of them on the
Yeah,
list.
you've got that. You've got a few of those, haven't you?
I had the Hulk, I had the Brave and the Bold, I had the
All Star.
Showcase, and I had the All Star.
Yeah, there you
Hmm,
go.
not too bad.
Alan beats me there quite right. So I hope you've enjoyed this little run around the top sales of the year. I think we'll get a few more in. I think a few of those bottom ones will drop out, and we'll get a new. There's a Fantastic Four 9.6, Fantastic Four #1 9.6 coming up. That's definitely going to go on the list.
I think it'll be $1 million sale. I think that's the next $1 million club book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see that. But for now, that's your lot. See you again soon. Thanks, Alan.
Bye, guys. Okay, I